I love Nixa. My kids play sports in Nixa. They have their education. I could never have gone anywhere else because I love Nixa. Like, I bleed red. My mom was a teacher for Nixa for 25 years, I think. She started out at SB school, but now John Thomas. And we were running those hallways when we were little after school, and that's fun. And then it's fun to circle back around because the kids that I graduated with, I have their kids now, so that's really fun. I have Colin and I have Addison, so Colin is a senior and Addison is a freshman. They both play basketball. It's a big part of our life, and the Nixa community is a huge part of my life, and they came out, supported the boys whenever we had our championship game, and it was so cool. It gives me goosebumps now because it was so amazing to watch them. All my kids that I've ever had, they mean everything to me. Over the weekend, I'm excited to see them on Monday. I had a great spring break because of basketball and stuff, but I was really happy to see the kids. When they're absent, I worry, what are they doing? It's not really a job or everything. I get to be just here, with the kids, and it's fun, and I like it. Matthews is amazing because all the teachers, we like each other, which it doesn't happen all the time, but we literally do. If something big happens, we celebrate. If something bad happens, we're right there with them, crying with them. But it all starts also with our principal. Dr. Goldman is the most amazing person I've ever met in my life, and I'm not just saying that because she's my principal. I really, really, truly love her, and she truly loves us. I think that's why our culture is so wonderful right now. These kids are our future, and they're pretty amazing. They're smart. I think we're pretty good with our world going forward. They're good.
Being honored with teachers that are actually in the classroom and being a counselor, because I'm not in the classroom every day, means so much to me. I know that being nominated as a counselor in the district has everything to do with me being at SCORE, or I feel it does. This is like my home. This is where I'm meant to be. They are my family. The teachers, our office manager, our principal, we all have similar philosophies on what our role is here in these students' lives, and that makes it so easy to come to work every day. We're all like-minded, and we all have the same goal. The kids that come to school here are at risk of not graduating, and every single adult in this building, we all work toward helping them, cross that finish line and get that diploma. We only have 70 students seated during the day, and so I get the opportunity of knowing each one of them. I have several students that I don't ever talk to in a counseling type situation, but I see them every day, even if it's just a hi, how are you? And I pretty much know all of their stories because we get the luxury of that. When you have 12 adults to 70 student ratio, it's never too late. I tell my students that all the time when they come in and say, I have no idea what I want to do. I'm like, it's okay. And I tell them, I was 30. I was 30 years old with 3 kids at home before I went back and got my teaching degree. And then after that, while I was working full-time as a teacher, I got a master's in education, and then I got a master's in counseling. It is never too late, and it's really okay. Unless something major changes in my life, we will always live in Nixa. My husband's born and raised Nixa. That is comforting to me when I think about staying in Nixa, that the opportunity to see students that I've had over the years, that the possibility is there.
Education was always very highly valued in my family. The position of teacher was always very respected. Learning was just held as a pinnacle of family values, learning. I never really considered anything else. At one point when I graduated from college, I decided to do this wholesaling of some jewelry or something. That was about a 2-week thing, and I thought, oh gosh, this is not for me. But that was good because that was a learning experience too, to realize that, nope, this is where I need to be. My husband always laughs and says she could do nothing else because we'll be out and about, be at a restaurant, go to a hibachi place, and I'm teaching the person next to me how to use their chopsticks. Been doing this a long time now, so I have about 26 years in education experience. Kindergarten teachers can thrive most anywhere because they have seen it all. Like the commercials, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. I love to develop relationships with my students' families because I mean that's their baby. And the more that we can partner together, the more that the learning transcends and goes beyond these walls. Just building those relationships. Relationships are so key to everything that we do in education. If it's only staying here, then I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be teaching them and equipping them to go out beyond here and do big things. Teaching is not what I do. It is who I am. It's who I was created to be. When I am in that space of doing what I was created to be, that's when I flourish and that's when I feel whole.
This year has been insane. Honestly, going back from like COVID, when it was absolutely insane because we had mold in the theater the fall before COVID and thought, oh, this will be the craziest life will ever be. And then COVID hit. I can see 2 years from now where we'll be, and I love making plans for 5 years down the road and 10 years down the road, and what is it going to look like when my daughters get here? My daughter will be in 7th grade next year, so it's exciting to think about what she'll experience. I student taught here a long time ago for Kayla Beatty, Bill Townsend, and actually John Horner. So I was with all three of them for a semester, and then went to Reed Spring for 2 years, and then ended up back here in Kayla's position. Looking back, it was the relationships that I built with these teachers in the program and the work I had seen them put into this department and how it had grown so much. And I instantly felt like part of that, and I could see the vision of where they wanted to go. And I thought, I have the time. I'm just starting out my career. I can really, really kick this off and do even more with this great foundation that's been laid. So it was meant to be, really. When I started student teaching, it felt like home. And when I had to leave, I was heartbroken and thought, I will never find this. This is where I'm supposed to be. So when that position opened 2 years later, that is where I need to be. When you go into teaching, you think, okay, I know what I'm doing. I've got the content. I know how to manage the classroom. I understand differentiated instruction. You know all of that when you come in out of a pre-service education program. What you don't know is the person and the relationships that you have with these students, because you get to know them. These kids, they are so special. All the kids in this building, every single one of them, they need to know they're special. They need to know that they're loved, that they're cared for, that this is a safe place for them to be. And that's really what I want my classroom to be. I also want to show my girls that they can do whatever they want. And someone might say, oh, that's crazy. Well, if you want to do it, you've got to work for it. But anything is possible. Keep going, keep working. I'm always learning, so why stop? That's boring. No thanks.